Today we're going to look at a simple but powerful example of what is now possible inside Easy FPS Editor, using 3D character models, the move function, and a little bit of classic game dev smoke and mirrors. With this setup, we can create enemy patrols, animated NPCs, roaming characters, and even stealth-style encounters, all without changing engines or overcomplicating our workflow. Before we get started, I need to give a huge shout-out to Nickfer1991. Without his original prototype, none of this would be possible. There's a link in the description to his project and his video, so make sure you go check out his work. He is constantly pushing the limits of what Easy FPS can do, and showing just how flexible this engine really is. Quick disclaimer: this method was built using 3D character models, but the same logic can be applied to 2D sprites as well. You may need to experiment and adjust a few things, depending on your project, but the core idea remains the same. The first thing we need is our character. I already have a model rigged and animated in Blender, and to keep things simple for this tutorial, we're only going to use a walk cycle. Once the model is ready, we export it as an FBX and bring it into Noesis. Here we convert it to MD3 format, preview the animation to make sure everything looks correct, and record the animation frame count. Once that's done, we export the MD3 and head into Easy FPS. Now here's where the trick happens. Our character is actually split into two parts, a decoration and a normal enemy. The decoration acts as our roaming NPC, while the enemy is the real combat version. We do this because we don't want any enemy logic firing while the character is just casually walking around. Only when something happens, like the player getting too close or attacking, then we swap the decoration for the enemy. We start by creating a normal decoration. We set the health very low, set the radius fairly high, enable breakable, and check delete after break. The low health forces an instant death state, breakable allows us to trigger hurt and death states, and delete after break keeps everything clean when the swap happens. Then we head into the 3D model configurator and assign our 3D model. I already have my enemy version set up, but if you're starting from scratch, I strongly recommend building and tuning your enemy first before working on the decoration. Now the real magic happens in the FSM. If FSMs feel overwhelming, I highly suggest checking out Flappy's deep dive video linked in the description. He's done some incredible experimentation and discovered clever ways to work around some of the engine's quirks. For this setup, the FSM is massive. Even for a simple walk cycle, it can easily exceed 1,500 lines, and it only grows as you add more behavior. That's because we are manually controlling movement frame by frame. At the top of the FSM, we set ROT mode to 3, which tells Easy FPS that we are manually controlling the 3D orientation. We then set the yaw to determine the direction the character should walk. On every single frame, we call move. Because move must be called every frame, we can't rely on frame sets here and have to list each frame individually. When we want the character to turn, we simply change the yaw and continue calling move. That's how the patrol path is built. Next, we need a way to wake up the enemy, and we do this using a global variable. If you're unfamiliar with globals, check out Pixelwolf's Fetch Quest video linked in the description. We create a global called something like alert and attach a simple script to our decoration that sets alert to 1. Because the decoration is set as a trigger, when the player touches it, the global flips like a light switch.
Stay right where you are.
Inside the FSM, every few frames we check if alert is true. If it is, we immediately jump to the death state. In the death state, we spawn the enemy and delete the decoration. At that point, the real enemy takes over and behaves exactly as a normal Easy FPS enemy should. You may remember that we also made the decoration breakable and gave it very low health. This means if the player attacks it, it is also forced into the death state, which triggers the same enemy spawn. So whether the player walks too close or attacks directly, both paths activate the enemy in a clean and consistent way. And that's the core system. It's a simple setup that adds a massive amount of life to your game world. If this tutorial helped you out, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more easy FPS tutorials and game dev workflows, and let me know in the comments what kind of NPCs or enemy types you would build using this system. I can't wait to see what the easy FPS community comes up with next.